If you guys didn't see the comments made, Lewis Hamilton, he's supposed to do the interviews in Parc Fermé once they get out of the car. He ran into the cool-down room, so they did the interview on the podium, and he said, Ferrari's tactics were interesting, suggesting that it was deliberate.
Right.
James Allison of Mercedes, who, by the way, used to work for Ferrari, said that, the move was either deliberate or incompetent. Toto Wolff sort of echoed the same thoughts. And it was just excuses and sort of just Mercedes were being sore losers. And Lewis Hamilton did come out, the day after, kind of, sort of apologizing, I guess. Not really, though. and with Lewis Hamilton, I guess it didn't bother me as much because I get it. He's a driver. He just came out of the car.
Yeah.
Adrenaline. He's tired. I can understand that. But, to get that from Mercedes, I think that was pretty bad.
No, I agree. And it was nice for Lewis to come out the next day, though.
I mean, I had to pull it up. I could not pull it up if we're going to talk about it.
Oh, this was on the podium, right?
And you're up here in second place. But I sensed when you got out of the car, you were still pretty unhappy.
Well, my team did an amazing job this weekend, and we've got just so much support, there's so much pressure, obviously, for us all. Interesting tactics, I would say, from their side, but we'll do what we can to find them.
When I first heard that, when he said their side, I thought he meant his mechanics.
Oh, right.
That's what I thought he meant, or his strategy calls, his team strategy calls. That's what I first thought. And then I saw the comments coming after. I was like, oh, maybe that's what he meant.
Again, with the driver, but again, with Lewis Hamilton, it's always the same thing. When he wins, it's always the best fans in the world. I've got the best team behind me, the best people. And then when he loses, it's, he's crying about it almost, if we can say in that part. Again, more understandable when you're a driver, you just come out of a grueling race. Fine, whatever. But to come from a team boss and Mercedes just in general, who have destroyed everyone in the championship the last 4 years, and now when they have a little bit of pressure coming on their shoulders, well, now they're cracking under it.
Yeah.
And it's like they didn't mention the fact that yes, Mercedes, Ferrari's strategy meeting before the race was, okay, guys, so Seb, Kimi, this is what we're going to do. Seb, you're going to get a brilliant start off the line. Hamilton, he's not going to start so well. Bottas, Vettel's going to pass him. Okay, Kimi, this is where you come in. In turn 3, you're going to just punt Lewis off the road, damaging your race. You're going to get a penalty, but we'll come back anyway, okay? All right. Ferrari on 3. 1, 2, 3, break.
Obviously, it's not the team meeting.
Right?
It makes no sense. Obviously, Kimi's not going to go out there and want to just lolly-daw and crash his car because he wants to race too.
Yeah, he wants to win races. He doesn't want to be the teammate that crashes into other drivers.
That's
so
what
his
Danny Kvyat's for.
Right. Yeah. That's what Grosjean is for.
No, that's not his fault.
Yeah.
That's not his fault.
Fine, we'll go there later.
It wasn't his fault.
Yeah. But I completely agree. I mean, that's not what they're doing here, and like you said, it doesn't
Ericsson's
only
fault.
it doesn't only ruin his race, it ruins Kimi's as well, because Kimi could have been in there for the race win.
Yeah, absolutely.
He finished P3 by the end of it. And another thing too, Lewis, you finished a place ahead of where you were on lap 1 anyway. He spun on lap 1. By lap 12, he was in P5, P6.
Yeah.
So if you would have finished let's say dead last, if you would have DNF'd, I could understand you'd be being more angry. But I would say be thankful that you finished P2. You're only 8 points behind the championship now. I mean, just because you're British doesn't mean that we're just going to hand you the trophy.
Yeah, it was a good recovery drive for sure from Lewis. I mean, it wasn't too hard when you have back markers on DRS straights.